What is this I see before me? Whoa! It's Karma! Hey Internet, it's Jessica and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon. So, in the last part, we started Karma's route and we figured out, well, we discovered actually that Karma actually teaches the other knights, or the former knights, training swordplay, and it got me thinking like what he could be, because I don't think he's a prince. Definitely someone of like noble birth or something like that, but I don't think he's a prince or anything like it. Maybe like a knight captain or something. Or he could be like a fucking pirate or something. Who the fuck knows at this point? Anyway, let's continue. Lucette, I've told you before that the knights are an unruly bunch. Oh shit. But Mother, they're so much fun to watch. They're dangerous, Lucette. Any person with a sword has the potential to use it on you. But Father said that those knights are supposed to protect me. That they are, as that is their order. But as people, they may not be so good, Lucette. Not so good? The king has told you that the knights are meant to use swords to protect you, but you cannot trust them completely. Even though Father said that they would keep me safe? Sometimes the people we trust are the most deceitful. And a man with a sword has a weapon to use against you, no matter what he says. Be wary that he can turn on you. Haven't I told you before that you should not trust people? But the knights are... Even knights can be treacherous, Lucette. Do not trust the man with a sword. He can be dangerous. Yes, Mother, I understand. Try to understand, my sweet. I only want you to be safe. Yes, I understand. Yo, what is up with the mother? Like, I'm legit convinced she is like... Oh, chapter 4, girlfriends. But I'm convinced she's like a fucking evil witch. Not a good one like Delora. Jern, if you don't mind me coming at you like you truly mean to stab me, you'll never land a hit. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. It has been about 2 weeks since I first saw Karma here in the forest practicing with Garland. I have come here every night ever since then, though I never stay long as Karma since I actually have work to do in the morning. Alright, here I come. The two swords clashed and Karma laughed as he throws Jern back and taps her lightly on the shoulder with his sword. That makes 4 hits, and that one was easy. Is that the best you can do, Jern? I noticed that every time Karma practices with Jern, he is in his Mist Karma disguise. Oh, interesting. That's new. He says it's because of the curse and he can... Oh, whoa, wait a second. He says it's because of the curse and because he does not want Jern to fall in love with him. Oh, that's... Okay, that makes so much sense because I didn't get it in the first, episode. But Karma said his curse makes any female fall in love with him the moment they see him. And that's why he's dressed as a woman, so that no female will just fall madly in love with him. He doesn't want that, right? Isn't he being overdramatic? I doubt someone like Jern could fall in love with Karma. Lucette, please. Be subtle and quiet. Garland, tell me that you're usually good at that. I am, sir! Then why the exception today? Sir? Darling, it wouldn't happen to be because of the way I'm dressed, would it? Are you still not used to it? Hit the nail on the head, have I? Is it not very chivalrous to hurt a lady? Of course. But that logic applies to men as well. As enemy is an enemy, Jern. Even if your enemy is a delicate flower like myself. Delicate flower? Jern, you should hit him on the head for that. But Princess! He's not that delicate at all. Jern laughs and I scowl at her. Is she laughing at me? You and Karma seem to get along. I doubt it. Oh, Princess, you wound me. You always say that. You wound me where Jern's blade cannot. Wow. Something flashes in Jern's eyes as she readies her sword again. Karma stands ready as Jern rushes at him with her sword. The swords clash again. I wonder. Karma, your back's open. Karma turns. Jern taps him on the shoulder and laughs aloud. I did it! A single hit! It looks like you'll have a weakness too, Karma. No, it wasn't a weakness. It was a lack of sleep catching up with me. Why did he just listen to me? He told Garland the other day that it was crucial to only listen and watch the most important things. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, practice is over for now. I can see Garland coming from his practice. Karma walks to the corner to have a drink. I should probably head back to the tavern soon, but there is something I want to see first. On my way out, Durin gives a solid nod to Garland. She pauses to say something to him and then looks at me, noticing my vague curiosity. I was just mentioning that what a good swordsman Karma is. I have seen him fight, and Karma is a good swordsman. There is no doubt about it. Yet, is practicing with him so special? He's so fast on his feet and quick with his reactions. He's an excellent person to train under, even better than most of the commanders in the palace. I can second that. Even better than Ross, remember him? The first commander we trained under? The one that punished slow learning with extra exercises? You always had to do more exercises than I did. Something about you being distracted? Oh! I was watching the way you swung your sword to make sure you didn't hurt yourself. Dude! He's so in love with her! I ship these two now, alright? What's their ship name? Jerlin? I think it's Jerlin. I don't know. This is so cute. You're always overprotective. Well, They both suddenly stop to look at Karma, who is smiling slyly on the side. Why does he have the look on his face? Well, that's a sign we can't keep the commander waiting. Garland shakes his head. His expression snaps back into something more serious. Right. The two exchange a quick farewells before Durin waves and steps out of the clearing, leaving Garland with Karma. You're in a dress today. Are you two really so opposed to hurting me when I am in a dress? Or are you worried about ruining it? No. It's so strange. You move so well, even in a long dress. But yes, Durin did mention almost stepping on it once. Impossible! I am the picture of elegance! Of course, sir. Karma shrugs Jarlin's comment off. The two ready their swords, then get ready in practice. Durin takes over and Garland patrols now, so that Garland can get ready in some practice time. So Garland, have you told Durin yet? No. The conversation that Karma always has with Garland is the real reason I stay behind to watch them practice. I don't understand why Garland answers Karma's questions if he's doing so to make him so depressed. Oh, Lucette needs to, like, work on her social skills, because she clearly doesn't know that fucking this guy has a crush on Durin, you know what I mean? So... Oh, man. Will you ever say anything to her, Garland? Why don't you just confess to- Oh, she does know! Okay, never mind. Why don't you just confess to her already? Karma lands an easy hit on Garland, who sighs in response. Whenever Garland thinks about Durin, he gets distracted. I do not understand his feelings at all, but seeing him remain quiet frustrates me. Durin is talented and poised. I could never be good enough for her. Oh, Garland, don't say that! What? You'll never win a woman's heart if you don't compliment her as well, Garland. Well, she's pretty too. Beautiful. And then there's me. Aren't they both knights? Haven't they been training together for a long time? Just say something to her. I can see why you wouldn't tell. You know what? I ship these two. I'm gonna make sure they get together. So why don't you just say something? Well, all you ever do is talk about her. Even Karma says your concentration is lacking because she's always on your mind. So just tell her. If she doesn't like you back, then that's it. If she doesn't like me back... Confessions are hard, princess. Very tedious. You are only saying that because you're dramatic about everything. The very nature of love is dramatic, darling. But enough idle chatter, sir. Let us continue our training. I end up staying longer than I intended. By the time I consider returning to the tavern, Garland and Karma are warming up for the night. I have a question for Karma, so I wait until Garland leaves before I approach him. You're still here, princess. Were you seeking out alone time with me by any chance? I have enough of that every day when we run errands. I just have a question for you. You always come to the right person. What can I do for you, Princess Lucette? You ask Garland the same question every time you train, and he always tells you that he cannot confess. Karma nods in acknowledgement, but his attention is on his sword. He inspects it carefully before sheathing it. It frustrates me. You're frustrated? That look of his always annoys me. Oh my. It is annoying! Did you want to ask me why he won't confess because you're so frustrated? Yes! I suppose after almost 2 months I do know you a bit better. You do not know anything about me. And I don't know anything about Karma either. Confessing isn't easy, dear Lucette. Surely you must realize that the possibility of rejection is is a significant deterrent. But if you never ask, you never get an answer, and the stress of worrying stays with you and ruins everything. Why are you staring at me? Is that the reason why you're so blunt, Princess? Blunt? You're far more blunt than I am. Princess Lucette, you truly are amusing. You're as sharp as a knight's blade. It's true, she's so blunt, but I think it's also because of the way she's brought up, right, with her mother and whatever. I'm not amusing. That's a matter of opinion, darling. He's really insufferable, and yet I still come to him for advice. The scariest part of a confession is the possibility of rejection. Can you imagine loving someone and then finding out that they don't feel the same way about you? My thoughts shift to the king. My chest tightens. Princess Lucette? Karma reaches out a hand to brush the strands of hair out of my face. I slap it away without realizing it. He pulls his hand back with a gentle sigh. My apologies, Princess. No, I cannot imagine. No? Loving someone and finding out they don't feel the same way. I always knew my father never loved me. My understanding is different from what Karma is referring to. Besides, I no longer hold any love in my heart for the king. I have already given up my hope on him. Right? I don't think so. Is it a good thing that you haven't experienced rejected love, Princess? It is one of the worst feelings. Karma asks to be alone, so I return to the tavern by myself that night. Alright. That was interesting. I don't know why I agreed to this when nothing changes. Today I'm once again out in the town with Karma, running errands. Since we've been partners, he insisted on me coming with him every day. Why do I need a new dress? Because a lady needs all kinds of dresses in her closet. Variety is key when you are to make a good impression. Why would you want to make a good impression on people in disguise? A disguise is meant to conceal you. It is not to exist to be flaunted. Oh no, darling. I only wear the disguise to stop the curse from working on people. It's not really meant to conceal anything but the fact that I am a man. Being doted on by a married woman or by any woman in love with another man is especially troubling. Is the curse really that powerful? Karma leads me over to the dress store, and our conversation pauses when he goes to the store owner to give specifications for a new dress. When we leave, Karma suggests going to some place to reward me for all my hard work. You're treating me? Why wouldn't I, darling? You've been helping me for a while now. What is this feeling? Gratitude? Karma does owe me everything that I've done for him, so why do I feel like this? You know, it would be much easier if you just helped me carry the bags. Oh, there! Let's buy those cupcakes. He doesn't even want to carry anything. He's just like, fuck it. Karma cuts to the suggestion easily. Does he really dislike work so much that he'd rather pay me off for helping him? Karma takes me to a stand showcasing all kinds of cupcakes. There are some kind of colored frosting, others with fancy decorations. Some are especially eye-catching, like a bright blue cupcake decorated with little stars. Anything catch your fancy, ladies? All of them, actually. Alas, I do not think eating all of them would be good for my diet. What do you think, Princess? We'll share one. I turn back to the cupcakes, which I realize are big enough to share between two people. Am I choosing one for myself, or the one that Karma would like? I guess he's treating me, but... Two cupcakes catch my eye. One has a tiny little creature sitting on top of the frosting. It seems to be a little lizard of sorts. Though it is strange, the colors remind me of Karma's dress. The other cupcake is decorated with little white chocolate pearls. Those pearls are small and somehow cute, but Karma might like the other cupcake? Ooh! Oh, so it's between those two. Which would you like, Lucette? Okay, so the fancy cupcake with the lizard, she said it reminds her of Karma, but she thinks the pearls are cute. I kind of want to go for the lizard one just because it reminds her of Karma. I don't know if that will, like, influence anything, but let's go with that one. I'll have that one. The one with the... Oh my, is that a chameleon? A chameleon? It is a chameleon! Oh, that's adorable. Sir, we'll take one of those. I was thinking you'd like it for the color, not the chameleon, whatever that is. Let's go. Ooh, what is that noise? Someone told me that noise means I picked the right choice, so I think I did. Let's go enjoy this summer, shall we? Karma leads me to the middle of the plaza, and the two of us find a table. He walks off to get a fork and knife before returning and handing a set to me. Do we really need a knife and fork to eat a cupcake? So before we got your dress and you distracted me with the cupcakes, we were talking about your curse. We were? It's not an interesting topic. I was glad that I had gotten off the tangent, to be honest. Why didn't you want to talk about it? You have your secrets just as I do, Princess. But the whole point of pairing up is to help each other with our curses. Princess, you want to help me? Only because it's necessary that I help him so he can help me. Lucette, you're missing the point of the whole partnering thing and the whole point of being nice. Oh my god, this girl. And maybe Karma doesn't want to... I have a feeling the reason why Karma doesn't want to talk about his curse and the fact that he's so dismissive of helping himself get rid of the curse, because I feel like he's kind of punishing himself, like keeping the curse. Maybe he did something before, I don't know. I haven't made any progress helping you though. You said that you would provide me with opportunities. I'm not very good at that, am I? I'm sorry, Princess. Well, I don't think I've done anything for you either. But Princess, you've been helping me for the last few weeks. Whether or not it is an obligation, you are still in good company. Good company? No one has ever told me that before. They only shied me for being difficult to speak with. Oh, okay. Karma starts cutting the cupcake, his knife sliding through the frosting and cake with ease. Oh, the chameleon is so cute though! I've definitely never seen such a refined manner for a simple dessert. Ah, Karma's so cute! What was your life like before the curse, Princess? Look how adorable he is, aw. I have no need to tell you any of that. No, it's not necessary, but I am curious. Would I be doing a good deed in telling him? I don't think so. How about we trade off a fact for fact? You give me a story today, and I'll give you one tomorrow. What makes you think I'm interested in your life? Wow! Well, you do keep asking about my curse. Only because we are working on breaking our curses. Okay then, we won't talk about the past or any secrets. We can talk about this cupcake instead. What? Why does he always insist on changing the topic? Karma cuts the chameleon on top of it in half. I noticed that he's giving himself the head, which is a lot cuter, while I get stuck with the tail. Chameleons are little lizards that can blend into their surroundings. Is he willing to go that far to avoid the subject? When I was a child, my father used to call me a chameleon. What? I hid a lot to avoid responsibilities. Oftentimes no one could find me, not my father, nor the servants. If he had servants, then that makes him a noble? Oh, everybody's right! He's so noble, because it makes sense, right? Why he was able to train with a sword and why he has fancy-ass clothes, so he's totally a noble. One day I was out searching for a mythical creature in our garden, and I came upon a chameleon. It was this small, silly little lizard, but I only found it because I was looking for something fantastic. The lizard on the cupcake does not seem to be that all fantastic. My father explained what it was to me, and that he started calling me his silly little chameleon. It was ridiculous, but he said I was always very good at hiding, and so it suited me. What is it, Princess? It seems like you are still good at hiding. You hide behind your disguise and keep many secrets. I suppose I am still a chameleon then. I don't think that nickname makes any sense. Sometimes they don't have to. Nicknames don't have to make sense and to be endearing, Princess. Can we please just get back to the subject at hand? Yes, this cupcake. If you insist on sharing a story for a story, then I will tell you something about me. Oh? You didn't seem that the type to want to share. I normally do not see any reason for sharing these things about my past, no. Mother once told me that to confide in someone else is my weakness. More than that, I was always worried that others would judge me. No one ever wanted to listen to me. I know enough about others' opinions of me to know that they'll think I am one at fault. Always. Yo, this girl is so brainwashed when she was a child. I feel bad for Lucette. Like, I know she's being kind of bitchy and dumb, but, like, it's not her fault, right? She's conditioned to think like that. It sucks. I wouldn't judge you, Princess. I mean, I wouldn't judge you for not wanting to say anything to me. I divulge nothing to you, after all. A story for a story. That's the deal, right? I expect you to keep it. Or rather, a fact for a fact. It's not like I have to tell him everything, just something about myself. I will tell you about my past life at the palace. It's not as if it was a secret, though I doubt Karma would understand. Ever since my mother died, the palace has become a cold place. Why the surprise? Is it because you see Imogen and Rod and assume that we're all one big happy family? I do have to admit that Princess Imogen seems quite gentle. Prince Rod is quiet, but he seems like an honorable man. When I saw you and the princess at the dress store, Princess Imogen seemed very nice, did she not? Her kindness is fragile at best. She tries far too hard for it to be genuine. Her insistence is irritating. I have never wanted to be friends with her. The king took a second wife after my mother died, as if she never mattered to him. I'm wondering also, because this is my prediction also about the queen or her mother, because she kept saying, don't trust a man with a sword, don't trust men or whatever. And like, it seemed like the father and the mother were never in love. It just seemed like, with the war and everything, if I'm assuming she was a bad witch and she had some involvement in the war between the humans and the fairies and the witches, whatever, maybe the mother married the father, or she persuaded the father to marry her so she can be queen, and that way the war would stop. You know what I mean? I think that's what's happening, because I get the feeling that the mother is very evil. She's got this like Cersei Lannister kind of vibe. I know I talk about Game of Thrones too much, but she just got that feeling, so I'm like, maybe she just persuaded the king to marry her, and that's why her parents never got along, or they didn't seem like they were in love. And then since the mother was always essentially hypnotizing the daughter and like influencing her perception of the father and like people, maybe that's why she hates the father so much. I just think that's what let me know in the comments what you guys think is happening. I just think that's probably what happens. Karma is silent and I continue to talk. With my emotions loosening my tongue, I had meant to stop there, but the words kept coming out. The only one who ever showed me any affection in the palace was mother. The king never paid much attention to me in the first place, but he treats Rod and Emiligen far better than he has ever treated me. What was your mother like? All of my fondest memories are of her. She was always with me in the palace, teaching me right from wrong. She taught me how not to show weakness, who to speak with. Who to speak with? Neely's conversation is useless. People are often very likely to lead you astray. That is the reason I never saw any reason to speak with the townsfolk. Will you judge me as everyone else does? No, princess, I'm not judging you. I'm just a little sad. Sad? Why would he be sad? It sounds like he lived an empty life. It was not an empty life. But it sounds as if your mother separated you from everyone. It wasn't as if the townsfolk would be accepted of me anyway. My mother said they were not to be trusted. Princess, about your mother. I will not hear you speak ill of mother. No, I had only a question about your mother. Karma coughs and I pause to stare at him as he cleared his throat. What is it? This... Oh gods. What? I hear the change immediately. His voice is lower, far lower. The soft gentleness is gone. Karma puts his hand on his throat and grumbles. Karma's voice is teetering on the edge of sounding unmistakably male. I always wondered how he was able to change his voice, but I always forget to ask him about it. What happened to your voice? Oh, Miss Karma! I turn to see a young market girl approaching us. She looks at Karma accordingly. I've always wanted to speak with you, Miss Karma, ever since you complimented my dress that one time in the dress store. Your dress is so lovely today, as always, Miss Karma. Karma? What the hell's going on? Miss Karma, are you okay? I am quite fine. I cannot help but giggle as the girl takes a step back, looking shocked by Karma's low deep. Oh, I have to give Karma a deep voice. Okay, hang on. Karma curses again in his deep voice before forcing a bright smile on his face. Excuse me, I'm feeling under the weather. I notice that he's trying to change the pitch of his voice, but the highness is only annoying rather than soothing now. I'm sorry. Karma turns to me urgently, but I am too amused to offer any sort of assistance. What is it, Miss Karma? Karma's smile is forced, and his eyes are glaring at me. I laugh once again, not being able to help myself. His expression softens, but only slightly. Okay, let's help Karma. I don't want to be mean to him. Attempt to leave with Karma. I think we better get going. Karma nods his head. I'll have explaining to do if we just sit here. If there's anything I can do to help you two, no, obviously not. I'm sorry. He doesn't look amused. Why? Am I only trying? Why? I was only trying to get us out of here. Oh, did I depict the wrong thing? Leaving. He takes my hand and curtsies politely to the girl and pulls me away. Karma, you sound sick. It runs out. Run out? The potion that Parfait makes me. I must have talked too much. You talk too much? Karma puts a finger to his lips as we strolled through the town. He shakes his head, making it clear that he won't speak to me until later. Oh, so it's not like he's trying to change his voice. He's using a potion so he can sound like a female. Okay. Or more feminine, I should say. Or high-pitched, whatever. When we arrive at the tavern, it is only dark. Karma pauses and turns to look at me. What? You have a nice smile, Princess Lucette. I'm glad I could make you laugh. Well, of course I laugh. You sounded ridiculous. It's worth sounding ridiculous just to see you smile. You and Rumple really are the same. The comment doesn't faze him. He smiles widely as he leaves for his room. Oh, that's sweet. I kind of wish I picked the other one then, because it seemed like Karma just wanted to make her laugh. I could have teased him and said, God damn it. Anyway, I'm glad I could make you laugh. Can I get the words out of my head, even though I'm supposed to be resting for the night? I think I should go see if Karma is practicing with Jurin or Garland. I leave my room and go down to the reception room. Delora and Parfait let me go to the forest at night alone now, since they know that I am meeting up with Karma. Parfait is in the reception room tonight, reading a book. I was always told reading in the dark was bad for your eyes. Oh, Princess, I didn't see you. I noticed that she closed the book and now I can read over the cover. She's reading Cinderella? That's my Fairytale Curse. The Great War was caused by the fairy tales, right? Yes, that's right. And yet you're reading one. The curses are based off these fairy tales after all. Why are you reading Cinderella? My curse isn't anything like that fairy tale, it's reversed. True, but the moral remains the same. In order to become Cinderella, you must be good like her. Cinderella had everything handed to her by a fairy godmother. I had everything taken away. Princess, have you truly had everything taken away from you? Compared to what I used to have, what I have now might as well be nothing. You have friendship and people who enjoy your company. No one in this tavern enjoys my company. Karma does! Come on, girl! Are you sure about that, Princess? I think you just have difficulty trusting that we like you. Like me? Why would you like me? You've become like family here. I haven't even been here that long. It doesn't matter. Everyone here at the Martian is family. Family? You're saying that everyone at the Martian is like family. Princess, you're one of the boarders. You're more than just a regular here. You live here with us. So like I said, you're family. I speak more with the people here than I have spoken in my own family. In the palace, I was always alone. The only person I could speak to was Fritz. Also, we haven't seen Fritz in like a long time. I just realized that. Are you going to watch Karma practice? I nod in response. Be safe, Princess. As I hear the door, I recall what happened earlier that day. Parfait, what is this potion you make for Karma? You mean the potion that I make to change his voice? He begged me to help him when he first designed his disguise. Karma makes a beautiful woman, but he didn't think the illusion would be complete without a convincing voice. You know how picky he is. Something else on your mind, Princess? Karma hides under his curse, but you must know the condition for breaking it, don't you? Parfait does not answer. Or are you also keeping it a secret? Princess Lucette, not everyone likes to talk about their curse. I think it would be better if you ask Karma directly. I just don't understand why he won't tell me everything when I'm trying to help him. Just as you think your good deeds are difficult, there is also something about Karma's curse that he can't come to terms with. I put my hand on the necklace around my neck. I still haven't performed any good deeds. Can I really do this? I'm going now. I walk out to the front door and into the forest. I wonder what happened with Karma. Something he can't deal with. I decide not to think about all of this, at least not until later. I wish this was really simpler, and that Karma wasn't cloaked in so many secrets. Mother, I went to town today. Oh? I told you not to go into town. Did your father take you? He told me that it would be fun. And was it? No. Everyone looked at me really angry, but I don't know why. I told you before, haven't I, dearest one? The town folks are jealous of you. Jealous? They are bitter about their lot in life, and because of that, they will seek to use you for your status. You cannot trust them, Lucette. You cannot trust anyone but me. Trusting others will only lead to heartbreak, Lucette. You need only to trust me because I will never hurt you. Jesus, like the mother's such a bitch! I had been at the Martians for a couple of months now, and I still haven't managed to do a single good deed. Today I went out the town with Waltz to buy ingredients for Parfait. The two of us have been very quiet, which is uncharacteristic for Waltz. Princess? What? Did Karma explain why he wasn't coming with you today? Princess? Does Waltz not like my company? Is that why he's always asking why he had to fill for karma? He said that he was tired. Oh. Waltz turns his head, his eyebrows furrow in confusion. The town feels different today. What? It does? I feel like if people are watching us. How can you tell? With practice, I have a lot of eyes on me when I'm doing my puppet show, after all. Even before then, I was used to being watched, I guess. Before you were cursed? Why? Well, I was more conspicuous as an adult, I guess. An adult. Oh yeah, right. That you have the Neverland curse. That's right, because his curse makes him a kid. So you remember? Yes, I have the Neverland curse. I told you what that was in the tavern once. You were stuck as a child when you should be a man. Right. It's a little inconvenient, but I've gotten used to it. Waltz is so much more straightforward about his curse than karma. The two of us go into the store where we find the little cups of parfait asked for us to buy. After I pay, Waltz automatically picks up the bags. His help is nice for a change. I've become more accustomed to carrying bags on my own. So, have you made any progress with your good deeds? You can see from my necklace that I have not. But you have changed. I still don't see how I've changed at all. Karma hasn't taught me anything about doing good. Sometimes in order to do good, you need to realize some things about yourself first. Maybe Karma is not bad at helping you with that. He's selfish, flamboyant, and acts as if the world revolves around him. But you're still partnered with him. I am. I am okay with Karma's company. Most of the people judge me and shun me, but Karma hasn't done that, and he's even mentioned enjoying my company. I have become more tolerant of him too. Well, Princess! Walt's eyes lights up as I see him pointing ahead of the crowd, people gathering around the center of town. A woman stands in the middle of the crowd telling people's fortunes. We should go see if we can get our fortunes told. Come on! The crowd turns around to the woman, growing larger until nearly half of the plaza is already taken up. I find myself pushed around as the crowd as I try to follow Waltz. The crowd is dense though, and in no time at all I have lost him. Waltz! I call over him, but I do not see him in the dozens of people in front of me. I wait for him for the outskirts of the crowd. He should be able to find me. I make my way out of the crowd and out of the edges of the alleyway. But Waltz still did not appear. 10 minutes go by and consider walking back to the crowd when I hear a voice behind me. Are you looking for someone, madam? Whoa, I feel someone grab my hand. I slap them away and take a step back. When I turn, I find a man standing behind me in the alleyway. Didn't mean to startle you. What do you want? I want to help you to return to the palace, Princess Lucette. What? You know who I am? I do, Princess, and I can lead you back to the palace. Who are you? Someone who's working for the king. But the king does not remember me. The only people that would remember me are witches, fairies, and those people with the curse. So who exactly is this man? You're lying. Princess, why would I ever lie to you? Now come, I'm sure everyone at the palace will be happy to see you. The man grabs my— Whoa, okay, this is not okay. The man grabs my hand roughly and begins to try to pull me through the alleyway. The first thing I try to do is scream, but the man clamps his free hand over my mouth. The crowd is getting farther from us. No one can see us in the shadows. Princess, I swear on my word that I'm bringing you back to the palace. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh no! Oh, fight back or wait for an opening. First of all, I don't trust this guy regardless of what he's saying. But fight back or wait for an opening? Okay, I'm gonna try to fight back. Fuck this shit. I have to fight back. Maybe I can still draw people's attention to me. I try to scurry my way out of the man's arms, but it does not work. He chuckles lightly at me until I elbow him in the stomach. For the few minutes that I'm free, I turn to run, but all soon the man grabs me again with the same punishing grip over my mouth and knows me to stop from screaming. You're a real feisty one, aren't you? I feel like I might faint. And one last attempt to get free, I tug at the man's hand with my own and manage to shift it through just enough that I can bite. I was about to say she should bite his hand. Ow! The man screams in pain, his grip finally loosening. I can hear him curse as I run away from him. Jesus Christ. A few minutes later, I realize that I've gone in the wrong direction. I soon come to a dead end in the alleyway, and I can hear the man running up behind me. What is this I see before me? Whoa! It's Karma! I look up to see Karma standing on the rooftop right above us, in his disguise holding a sword, a broad grin on his face. Madam, you might hurt yourself playing with that sword. You might want to put that down. What is that, sir? Do you feel threatened by me? You should. Karma jumps down from the building and raises the sword in front of him, his earlier jovial personality fallen away. Anyone that attacks a lady has to pay for a crime. Karma pushes forward, moving faster than I can see, even in his long dress. The glint of his sword causes the man to fall backwards, loosening his grip on me. I step back from the man and hold to watch as Karma points his sword at the man's neck. Now, I have a sword and you do not. Do you really want to test your luck, sir? This isn't worth it. The man runs off, leaving me alone with Karma in the alleyway. What's this? You were a lot cockier just a few minutes ago. I breathe out slowly as a relief washes over me. Princess! Walt approaches from where the man had run. So, did you meet the crowd fellow on your way out here? I bumped into the man who looked as if he was running from death. Oh my, I feel oddly accomplished. Carmen and Walt's voice becomes faded in the distance as my vision blurs. I suddenly feel light on my feet. All the adrenaline from earlier had dissipated into thin air. I feel tired. She faints again! It's like the prologue. Waltz and Karma find Lucette and she faints. Princess! Oh my god. Okay guys, I'm gonna end the episode here. I hope you all enjoyed the Cinderella phenomenon. This is such an interesting part. Like, we got to know Karma a little bit better, and the fact that Lucette is finally like warming up, and we got to learn more about how much the mother is a big bitch. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed Cinderella phenomenon, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to join the companions, and please let me know in the comments what you guys thought of this route so far, and also what you guys think the mother really is. I swear to god, she's a fucking witch. And fuck that guy trying to kidnap Lucette, because that was really random. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. I love you. Bye! Oh god, I was bad at math in high school. I was really bad at math, so circle the right answer. Oh my god, what is this? Oh god, please tell me I'm right. It's 22, is it? Oh god, okay. That's the correct answer, thank fucking god. Gym exam, circle the right answer. What is the official name